Lupe Fiasco said that Kendrick Lamar is a phenomenal storyteller, but not a top-tier lyricist.
Bugging.
He's bugging?
It's bugging.
What exactly is the difference
What do you mean?
between being a phenomenal storyteller and a top-tier lyricist? I mean, a story, you kind of need to be a lyricist to tell a story in a song format.
Him that. You see what I'm saying? From what I understand, his real thing, he's talking about punchlines.
That's being a lyricist.
Huh? No, that's what he said. It's about
Okay.
punchlines. I don't believe punchlines is being a lyricist.
No?
Punchlines are having punchlines. But there's plenty of lyrical shit that is not necessarily a punchline. You understand? There's double entendres and all kind of shit that doesn't necessarily have to land as the punchline.
Okay, so here we go. Here's the whole thing. I'll put it to you like this. K-Dot is not a top-tier lyricist to me and my standards when it comes to punchlines and bars. His overall lyrics are good. His stories are phenomenal. But punchline, entendre, lyrically, I don't see it. So being a lyricist has to do with punchlines and bars.
What I'm saying is, there are lyricists that are about, I mean, yeah, you do have to have punchlines, don't get me wrong, but there's some rappers that's all they're about is punchlines. Every line is a punchline. Then you got lyricists, like Rakim is a lyricist. Listen to the shit he was saying, he seep into the pen and all, but those aren't punchlines
Stories.
he's giving you. Not even necessarily
not even
stories.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You see? Because he was talking about sinking into the fucking paper like he was ink. You see? Like, that's not a story of something real, but it was lyrical.
Yeah.
It painted something.
Right.
But again, it wasn't punchlines.
Right.
Like how a battle rapper would have.
Like Black
punchlines.
Thought had punchlines in that freestyle.
Right. But you see, but he's the type that commits punchlines with some other like lyrical shit.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So I don't fully agree with that. Like, I know, I mean, to me, the nigga Kendrick is super lyrical. Is he super punchliney? I mean, maybe I can agree with that. He also went on to say that, you know, he thought Control was whack and super overhyped.
Right,
now, I didn't think it was whack, but I did think it was overhyped.
It was overhyped, yeah. I mean, he said, I've never been destroyed. Also, the only issue that the world thinks I have with K-Dot, and I actually do this, that I think that his Control verse was whack and super overhyped to be a verse claiming you are the best rapper. It was very weird. I was told it was just bait, but still.
Right. I mean, I'm not upset with that part of it.
Yeah, I mean, he
said he's saying that it was whack. Like, it wasn't whack, but it was overhyped. And
because he said I'm the king of New York.
Right. I mean, that's the part that stood out.
Right, which is a corrupt line. We went into this whole situation.
Yeah, it was just like, it didn't need to be said at that time. Nobody wanted to hear that.
No one wanted to hear that. Yeah.
Especially people
New Yorkers.
from New York.
Yeah.
But that being said, you know, first of all, I've heard some unreleased shit from Kendrick, you know.
Really?
Yeah, Busta got a song with Kendrick that's coming out on his new album.
Crazy?
That is phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. Both of them,
Yeah.
bravo. Like, seriously. Like, yeah. So I'm already knowing that this motherfucker is lyrical, super talented, and I just can't fully agree with that statement. But at the same time, the homie's nice. What's his name?
I like Lupe a lot.
Yeah, Lupe's dope.
I like Lupe's a lot, and I feel like he's dropped gems on his albums. Like, I've never heard a whack project.
But he hasn't been on the radar like a Kendrick lately. You see what I'm saying?
You know what it is? I think, like, he's almost like anti-industry, because, like, he dropped this last album, but he wouldn't do any press. He wouldn't do any interviews. You know, because I remember I went over to Atlantic, like, yo, come on, like, I'll fuck with this dude. He's like, no, he don't want to do nothing. So it's like, you know, you got to get on the road and get your message out there. You can't just say, I dropped a dope album.
Right.
Y'all just
it should be on the strength of that.
Absorb it. No, like, you got to go out there. Like, I remember, you know, I talked to Kanye's people sometimes, and they were saying how Kanye was one of them dudes that said, like, yeah, I think my shit is dope, but I'm gonna get out there and grind it out. I'm gonna go on these promo tours.
And that's
it's
what
I'm
made
gonna-
the difference
I'm
for him
gonna-
in the
I'm gonna-
beginning.
yeah, I'm gonna open up for whoever. Like, he was opening up for Talib Kweli. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, you look at him now, clearly there's a difference in level. But at the time, Talib was the hotter rapper, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm happy to be here." Like, he was going out there and working. You can't just sit back and throw a project out and just hope, the world just figures it out. You know what I mean? You just can't do that.
This is true.